Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns, where today we got for you all some more OT Season 7 action. This is Group H, DubuDeccer versus Sponge. Joining us today on commentary, we got Mel and we got Bear. How are you two doing?
Doing all right, Snacks. Bear, first time on ZSR comms. Everyone, welcome Bear in.
Hello. I'm having a good day so far. Excited to get to calm this match. Should be a
Yeah,
very interesting and a lot of fun.
yep, very hype matchup. I believe everyone can still see the stat screen here. So we have seed 8 Sponge versus seed 25 Decker. Lots of races between these two. It's in Sponge's favor historically. 33 wins go to Sponge versus 8 for Decker. Last time they faced off against each other almost 3 years ago? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I don't keep up that much, but that seems like way too long because they've both been playing for a long time. But
All right, so what do we have today? We're starting with our Light Medallion and Requiem. It's nice, extra song. We do know that it's going to be a child start because we're missing that Master Sword on this start screen. And Bear, what are the settings that we have today?
so today we have Dungeon ER on, Bridge open, chest appearance matches content off, and beans planted on. An interesting selection of settings.
Yeah, definitely. I think Bridge Open is very interesting as a start here. Alright, already Divergence. Decker gonna go through Kokiri Forest, show us these checks. Meanwhile, Sponge gonna value that song a little more right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Decker's going to do is going to play Requiem right out of Kokiri Sword Chest. Saves the backtracking a little, but like not significant difference there. I think it's technically. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, nope, go ahead.
I think it's technically faster if Suns is this song to do it Sponge's way. That's not, so it doesn't matter.
Storms, though, and that was Shadow Temple here in the Spirit Temple entrance. And yeah, Skull Mask is eye drops, is what I was going to point out.
Oh, right. I'm already forgetting CMC off. I'm like, why is this big?
It's big because it is big in the vanilla game.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But yeah, as expected, Decker getting the song after Kokiri Sword Chest, and then Sponge doing the Kokiri stuff.
I have a question in chat. What is A in CAMC? The A is appearance. It means both size and texture matches the contents.
Yeah, so it means... Oh, go ahead. So,
nope, go ahead.
It just means, like, if it's a big chest, it will also appear gold to signify a major item. Normal, if it's on. In this case, they're going to look like they do in the vanilla game. And you have to open them to find out what's in there.
Mm-hmm. So one of the big differences here, you've got a child start, you get storms right away. Often you're thinking, I'm gonna go bottom of the well, I can peek everything. That's not the case here. We did get bombs, which is nice.
Definitely. I think you will still see both runners open what bottom of the well to see what is in there. In case it's something like DC or Deku that you can do super early.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those kind of routing differences. Even if it's not a dungeon that you can do right now, you want to know the info. You want that info. And yes, new IT guy, Sponge chose violence today. Sponge is the one who turned off chest appearance matches contents.
Yeah. I don't know why, but you know, people have opinions on what they want to play.
we had a location hint there. Jabu is bottom of the well.
Well, then maybe you don't go open it. Oh, no, that's the other way around. Sorry.
We could see a river play. Bombs and storms, you're thinking that. They don't need beans, though. Which is a little more... It's a harder sell to go to river for all of those checks as child. But at least you can get them all.
Yeah, I think it might help with time of day. But to get it back today, because they're probably gonna have to want to go to CAC, and then it might be too late to get to market at that point. I have to remember exact time of day. It's rough, but I think if you go to CAC, you're not gonna have time to get back to market in daytime, which would make River a really nice play.
Yeah, their time of day is also off a little because I believe we start at 9 a.m. and they would have noon now.
Yeah, they have noon now because of Requiem. So yeah, they're definitely, I'm pretty sure definitely not going to have enough time to do CAC and get to day market, so...
Skull Kid is our Stone of Agony. We will not be doing that today.
Good.
Sponge picked Open Bridge and CAMC off. Decker picked Dungeon, ER, and Pre-Planted Beans.
Yeah, I'm really... Decker's picks especially, I'm not surprised at all. Decker, a big fan of Dungeon ER. Also a big fan of Beans Planted, so...
Yeah, I think a lot of people are trying to weigh the value. Alright, free Scarecrow over pre-planted beans. And one just kind of gives you instant value when you go adult. I think that there's a... Makes doing River as adult that much more fun.
Yeah. You're less likely to be punished with early adult River with beans planted on specifically, so...
Yeah, even doing Lake becomes a little more appealing.
Oh. Adult Lake, yes. Child Lake, no. I think Beans Planted is like, you do Beans Planted, you're gonna put off Child Lake a long time. Ooh, letter?
Letter? That's nice. I actually... Knowing bottom of the well is in Jabu, that makes River an even, like, better option.
Yeah, I wonder if you do go... I think if ZL is here in Saria's check, like, just going to do the well seems like a really strong play right now. If it's not, it's more of a risk.
But it is Prelude.
Yeah, and I could see putting it off, trying to get ZL. I could also see just doing it right now, too. Like, both of those plays make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible to get back to Jabu.
Yeah, like, if you do it now, you're pretty much committing to, like, you're not doing the ZL checks in well. Just period.
Right. Oh, never mind. Bottom of the well is Path to Volvagia.
Okay, well then I think it makes a lot more sense to just go there.
I mean, all of those items available early too. We don't know exactly what our medallion layout is, but...
We know Volvagia is a medallion, or a fire temple.
Well is in Jabu. New IT guy. $30 is dead, which is nice. 40 and 50.
Dodongo. Well is well as Jabu, so they switched places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say one of the biggest reasons to put off doing well, even though it's Path, is because you know that it's locked behind ZL or a scale, and you don't know which of those it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I just also think like having the hammer early can be such a big advantage. Like
Yeah.
if assuming it's hammer and it's accessible without CL, then like that's a huge thing to have going into adult one. Alright, let's see what's in Lon Lon Ranch. Could just be ZL here, and it's an easy decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Fountain is foolish. Who will be the wiener?
Alright. I'm curious if... I assume Sponge also gonna go to Lon Lon from here. Yeah.
Yep. Like we've been saying, it only makes sense. Finding bombs early, finding storms early, finding letter early, the hints.
Bolero. Not exactly what you wanted to see there, but...
Yeah. I do wish you were able to pick up that song as child.
That would be nice.
That would be so nice.
Unfortunately, no. Well now that we got K-Sword on Talon's chickens, I assume you just save quit out of here and go turn that in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is closed Deku. One of your options to draft this season is to open it. Ooh.
Choose doesn't want him.
I mean, I know they have bombs, but if you're gonna save quit out of here anyway...
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things. It's like, do save time. So,
yeah.
like, is it worth it? I think it's up to each runner's discretion. I wouldn't be surprised if Sponge decided to go and actually grab those shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Whether or not it's worth it to you as a runner, that's a decision you're gonna have to make. I just think if you're save quitting out of there anyway, I would be grabbing those.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what's in... Well, I guess we're doing the hints first, right?
Claim check is a what?
I saw a claim check, I didn't see what it was.
Help.
Bottle Fairy? Okay, Bottle Fairy is what
okay.
I thought, but I wasn't, like, sure. I was like, did that actually say fairy bottle?
Oh, I'm like, I thought I saw the word fairy.
I saw it was Song of Time. I think that
Cack.
was Burning Cack. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Sponge is gonna go after that Chew Pack, and Deku is our Forest Temple.
Forest Temple. Interesting, the first two checks are in logic as child, but they're generally faster as adults, so... Oh, right, Bolero does give us the fire entrance here. I think, unless it's Spirit Temple, it's unlikely we're care about what it is as child, but...
Yep.
Oh, just for the rupees. Interesting.
Yes, triple factorial. Deku is open for adult in Dungeon ER, but with closed Deku, you do need to open it first.
Yeah, so once you like talk to Mido and push him out of the way, it will now be open for both pages.
Yep. That is a quirk that has tripped up some runners here and there.
Yeah, there's a few dungeons that are like that when Dungeon ER is on. Like normally fire entrance isn't accessible as child. There are boulders that block the way, but those are gone. Similarly, the well is normally closed as adult, but that's open in Dungeon ER.
But you still have to open it by playing Storms in the Windmill first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not taking a free Big Poe, that is a decision.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a very real chance that Big Poe bottle is required with this little information.
Yeah. Yeah, not knowing where a bow is, not knowing where Epona's is, turning down one of the two logical filled bottle items.
A Sponge just skipping market altogether.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I really don't like market checks. If I'm still missing all 3 Barons, I would honestly do the same thing as Sponge did and just be like, yeah, no. Yep. I'm gonna assume it's Baron and not touch it.
Yep. And there was my fear, Fire Temple being our Forest Medallion. Neither runner decided to go do bottom of the well in that child segment. They're still hoping to find that lullaby before they go there. But yeah, I'm a little surprised that you skip all of Market. But I guess Sponge doesn't even have the money for it.
Alright.
Horse?
You do have 3 songs, well, 2 available, 1 basically available song as child to see. Or as adult, sorry.
And yeah, we have our dungeon layout, and all of our child dungeons are stones.
Interesting. I like Jabu Stone, though. Jabu sucks.
Oh, Sponge wants to go do Ganons. Oh, no.
Nope.
We're not doing Ganons yet.
Both skipping Ganons early. There's, what, only 3 checks and 1 you can peek this early, so... Makes sense to not do it yet. Unless you really want to do hookless spirit trial.
Yeah, exactly. Alright,
I think those are both dead.
Yeah. Frogs 2 also dead. I think there was something on 40, but it's like... Oh, it was 40 Boomerang.
Was Bang. Okay. Well, that's kind of scary.
I thought it said Bomb Bag, to be totally honest.
I completely missed the 40. I saw the very end of it, and I was like, yeah, that's probably dead.
The only guarantee dead on a hinted check is if there's a number at the end. That's how so many runners read things so quickly. They're like, check, number.
Yeah, done. If you see the parentheses, you're like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
It's why you see a lot of people, when it is something, they'll actually go and talk to it again because they're like, wait, what was that? Because they're so used to seeing dead items. Alright. So we still haven't seen Windmill song. That's what I'm most interested in finding out what's in here. Oh, beans planted. Amazing. Just do the ledge.
Yeah. Usually a runner would go do Windmill before, but Decker opted to go the Scald House
Chuckles route?
Anju route first. Sponge doing the same.
They're both fans of the. I forget what does Chuckles call it? Reverse cack, something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty good Dompe so far from Decker. No terrible fires.
Yeah, sometimes Dompe can be a real jerk.
Dompe always hates me. I think Dompe just has a grudge against me.
Back from the back.
Ooh, hovers.
Nice.
Hovers are good because we have Bolero. That gives us much faster access to the mountain.
I mean, we already had a pre-planted bean, but it's slow.
Hovers is way better than pre-planted bean.
It is
the bean
slow.
takes forever. Alright, here we go. Windmill song from Decker.
Inko, since when is ZSR a family stream? There is our lullaby.
There is CL. Okay. I think that makes ZL's there means that not doing the well early is probably not going to come to bite you in the back.
Yep. Alright, that really only leaves us with one scary song left. Where is our Nocturne, and why is it on all dungeons?
Well, we don't even know if we need Nocturne.
Oh, you're right. I mean, we've seen Shadow. We already know where that is.
Yeah, what do we know Jabu and the well.
Yeah.
We know Forest. Yeah, there's still quite a few we don't know, so.
Yep. I will say Dungeon ER, said this before the stream actually started, I will forget that it is Dungeon ER probably 3 or 4 times throughout the course of this race.
Yeah, the worst is when you get a dungeon in a vanilla location and then you're just like, oh right, it's normal. And then you go to the next dungeon, you're like, wait, it's still not normal.
Right. Like, we get up to DC and it's vanilla. It's over.
I mean, I had a dungeon ER seed where I needed to go find Dins to find the light arrows. It was fun. It wasn't really fun. Alright, let's see what's in this DC. I'm guessing vanilla.
Right in the bean.
Grabbing this heart container. I like it.
I like it too.
Oh, it's vanilla.
Uh-oh. I can confirm Trez does not get mad if people swear on commentary because he'll sometimes pop in and just be like, "Oh, it's Minuet."
Okay, well, OT not very relevant.
Nope.
Could still be logically relevant. No idea where Sorry is at this point.
Yeah, we don't care about that though. What's the best vegetable? This sounds like a joke setup. Alright, what's in fire? Do we summon Trez to make him swear? Not quite midnight for him.
Bell pepper. Oh, okay. Thanks, Vidya. I was curious. It is spirit here. Interesting.
I do enjoy a bell pepper. Sunsong vanilla here. See, Decker riding the bean anyway.
Yeah, I think the bean is faster if you want to get up top, but if you want to go to Goron City, it's very slow.
Sure. And Sponge is not going to waste any time.
Yeah, I assume this is a well play. Just going to go straight to the well in Jabu.
Was that the fire temple hint?
I didn't see it.
Oh, Trez in chat. I did. I saw the summon.
Oh, I missed that. I do see it now.
Alright, Sponge has the money to do all of the child market checks now. I didn't see that hint at all.
Yeah, I should be paying more attention. But I was too enamored by Sponge doing child shooting.
Oh, Momo. Oh, it was the copy.
I keep thinking, like, why are you opening these chests? And then I remember I'm like, oh, right. Oh, that's a convenient hint.
Yeah, very convenient.
Guess I'm not going to do this.
The Goron copy. Yet another small chest that we have to open. Fire path can be Din's magic. Yes.
Sponge needs the extra rupees to get to bowling.
Yep. Link the Goron is the actual worst.
Yeah, doing it without bow or bomb shoes, I'm just always like, ugh.
Yep. You're like, can I do this? Yes. Do I want to do this? Absolutely. And Sponge is picking up that big Poe bottle.
Yeah, like I said, I was very surprised Decker decided to skip it, because, like, no bow. It's very convenient to just turn it in.
Mm-hmm. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Get out.
Alright, you heard her, chat. Everyone get out.
We're done here. Ooh. Alright, a nut upgrade.
It's another Frogs 2 is dead.
That's true serious business. You can do that. I think they're really hoping to have a hook shot before they go to Ganon's. Like Bear said, it's kind of hard to do much there.
Something to open up a few more checks so you don't double dip. It just sucks when it's like first hook is just a nice trial and you're like, Well, it's definitely a hard thing to figure out with Open Bridge is when is the best time to go to Ganon's castle. Particularly
Right.
early, because you're like, do I go now and hope there's something in the few checks I can open? Do I wait, hope I get something to open a couple more checks before I go? And often the right decision is very dependent on the seed.
Right. Like, the right decision today is absolutely going to be pick up the hovers, go and pick up the item on Shadow 1 because it's your first hook shot. Like, that's just how the game goes sometimes.
Yeah. I do think doing well first makes a lot of sense because you know it's a path.
Oh,
and you
100%.
can full clear it right now.
Yeah.
I think if you don't have a hook coming out of the well, you probably just go do Ganon's at that point.
I'm just gonna clear some checks along the way. Decker's gonna go finish DC, which I think makes sense.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised he left in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that it's one of your stones.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I know. Stone DC, I think you still do most of the time anyways.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, a bow. The big Poe bottle is not an issue anymore.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter. That being said, Decker probably doesn't do big pose anytime soon.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to see what this composer grave chest is.
Oh, it's small. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no,
Okay.
it's still nothing. I forgot Decker got a bow. I was like, just doesn't care about this skull? And then I'm like, oh wait, you can still kill it with the bow.
Yep.
I think Decker's... Oh, I guess just kill all these Armos. Like, you have no bombs.
Yeah.
Kinda want some bombs for top of DC.
Yep.
Nope, just keep going? Okay.
Maybe he plans to just hit the switch and come back.
And leave, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my other guess. Just hit the switch, get out of here.
You still want bombs, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh? Heavy
Iron
shoes?
boots. Those are nice to have. We don't know what's in Water Temple yet, so...
True. Probably vanilla. Or it's what,
Alright, let's-
GTG or ice?
I don't know. I actually haven't been counting what dungeons are which so far.
I think we have a hint where Fire Temple is. But I didn't see which one it was.
I saw in chat someone say Shadow is Fire Temple, but I don't know if that
Shadow
was like hinted or they were just theory crafting.
Sure. What were the bands? I actually didn't even look at them.
I can tell you, I have the race room up still. Bands were Decker band required only, and Sponge band interior ER.
Okay. Required only is a very interesting choice as a ban.
I assume it's because Decker was planning on picking Dungeon ER and didn't really want to deal with required only.
Yeah. And yes, Random Shepherd, CAMC stands for chest appearance, just content. Decker gonna buy some shoes.
Not as many as he wanted, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 rupees short. Domain is foolish. That's a nice hint to get as you're heading up towards Domain.
Yep. And more shoes for Sponge.
Fortress is foolish. That's all our foolish is, I believe.
And none of them are dungeons.
Yeah, none of them are dungeons. So required only, basically, the randomizer, there's a setting called all locations reachable, which is normally what's on. So required only is when that setting is off, which basically means that some of the items can be in places that are locked by themselves. So like you can have a hammer on Volvagia, as long as whatever that check is isn't required to beat the seed.
Yep. Or like Nocturne on Ocarina of Time, but Shadows of Stone. And it's not Dungeon ER. Common occurrences.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think, yeah, Decker heading to well, plunge a little closer, see what this path to Volvagia is. Deku is in GTG. Plunge, what are you doing? You just read this hint. Oh, needs the fish.
Needs the fish. Yep.
Needs the fish, right.
Needs that fish.
I always forget about the fish.
I do too, and let me tell you the frustration you feel when you run up to that fish and you're like, why isn't the mouth opening?
Especially in mixed pools when you're at Jabu and you have a bottle and you're like, where am I supposed to get a fish near here?
Yeah. Where was that generic grotto I saw? And yes, chat pointing out it is an adult-only Deku tree. It's in the GTG entrance.
Yeah, so what that means is that magic and a fire source are also required for Deku, at least logically, as long as you have a bow. You can just not care about it at all, but it's still a logical requirement.
Because
which can play into hints.
Adult can't use sticks.
Yeah, sad. Oh, that's a tunic. Uh-oh. That's what you really don't want to see in this well.
Yeah, you really don't want to do that. That is unfortunate.
You hope there's something else that's better in here.
Oh, absolutely. Even if it's a strength, just anything else. I know, I'm so used to, like, alright, well, now it takes a couple minutes, you can peek everything, and then you're back in the dark days here.
Yeah. Well, GTG, and oh, there you go.
Okay.
That's
okay. We feel much better now. And it's not ZL locked.
A stick
And
upgrade.
a stick
Alright, now it's a
upgrade.
great well.
This is an amazing well.
But yeah, a lot of the side dungeons are like way faster with CAMC on. That's a big Goron sword. I was like, I feel like you get that.
This early, I would.
Oh
pick that
no!
up. No, thought about
Sponge is
it.
like, I don't need no big Goron sword.
Yeah. Do they need it? No, but
It's
before you
like they've
fought a
done
single
no dungeons.
boss.
Yeah, like it definitely saves time getting it. I'm honestly surprised.
Yeah. Another bomb bag. "30-minute time lost." Yeah, this is one of those kind of persistent memes within the community. That's Big Goron Sword saves you 30 minutes, and this early in the seed, how long would you
It's
guess?
definitely
10?
not 30, but yeah,
10?
it's probably close to 10 minutes. Like, it's actually a lot. And 10's probably a little too high, but like, we have to do all forests, which is huge. Big Goron Sword saves a ton of time.
Mm-hmm.
Ganon's Tower, Big Goron Sword saves a lot of time.
Iron Knuckles.
Yeah, Spirit. But it probably saves like 2 to 3. Like, it's definitely worth getting, even in that kind of slow check in the well.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking how much there is to do in the seed.
Yeah, like having done almost nothing as adult, like I've like it definitely seems worth it to me, but you know, Sponge's top 10, I'm not. So
Yeah, same. I didn't even bother doing a qual this year. Yeah, Decker will definitely be picking up Hammer. When Sponge might get a bow? Unknown.
Yeah, where was the bow again?
DC lobby.
Yeah, I mean, Sponge will very likely get that, but
Yeah.
maybe not soon.
Yeah. Let's see, which dungeons have been located? So obviously we have bottom of the well here. This is in Jabu. They've swapped places. Jabu's in the bottom of the well entrance. We know Forest is in the Deku Tree. We know Deku Tree is in GTG. Shadow was in Spirit. Spirit was in Fire.
Yeah, Spirit was fire, and then DC was vanilla.
DC was vanilla, and we're pretty sure that Fire Temple is in the Shadow entrance. Right?
Yeah, that's what, like I said, I've heard that, but I didn't see the hint myself, so
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
So the unknowns are the water entrance, the Forest Temple entrance, and ice. Which
Yeah.
will be some combination of GTG, water, and ice.
So, Sponge done with the well. Pretty good well. Hammer and Goron tunic. And a stick upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Decker also not picking up the Goron sword.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You
I'll
know?
get over it. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. They both chose that. I don't know, like I said, I feel like it does save time this early, but if they don't want to go for it, they don't want to go for it.
Yeah,
Admittedly, that coffin check is annoying to do.
definitely. Narville, no. No.
Oh, interesting. Sponge doing childlike. This is a check I orphan with Beans Planet on. I
Even
just
with
don't
that
like doing it.
scale? I mean, I get not wanting to do this. I get
You have
that.
Prelude. Just go adult. Beat fire.
Yeah.
No, you
it was
can't
actually
beat fire, but you know, do stuff.
it was a huge rupee. Mr. Mintler. Yeah, I agree with Inko. I think this is your only opportunity to do these checks. You gotta scale right before you went in there.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I don't think it's bad. I personally just don't like doing child fishing if I have beans planted. Doing child spirits have the choose, so this makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Yeah, out of logic, but you're not super concerned about that.
It's not out of logic. A bomb bag lets you buy shoes, which shoes are in logic for this. So
You're right.
this is very in logic, actually. Shoes aren't in logic, but bomb bag is, because you can buy shoes. I'm pretty sure bomb bag is in logic for child spirit.
Bomb bag is in logic for the climber. I know that. I just don't know about this. Oh, we have to open these chests.
Oh yeah, we have to go through.
Dodso
No?
says no. Dang. Toxic, not. Is this our lovely spirit key logic?
It's only a dog. Okay.
Man, 2 keys here. Okay.
Well, that's not guaranteed, but very likely that child spirit is required.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. I thought the child one was too, but... Oh. Guess it's definitely not guaranteed child locked yet, but it is looking very likely.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 2 key combinations that let 2 keys be on child's side.
Well, fun showing off some chew strats since they are abundant currently.
Yeah. This strat looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just climbing through that skull during the cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Lens. Lens doesn't... It's only for chess minigame, potentially, at this point.
Sponge killing that skull, climbing again. Gonna continue since we don't have magic or fire.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to do these 2 checks when you don't have magic.
Yep. Meanwhile,
Especially missing strengths.
Oh, absolutely. Decker did finish up bottom of the well, is also opting to do Child Lake here.
Yeah, I assume Decker also gonna continue to follow Sponge and do Child Spirit after this.
Very likely.
Right. Spirit is magic locked. Officially.
Woo! gonna be another small key, isn't it?
We'll see after we open it, not right now.
Oh. Decker proving us wrong back in Kokiri Forest. Thinking Goron City, probably.
Yeah. Well, you can do 2. Yeah, you can do 2 of the checks in Child Goron City. We don't have a Darunia hint, do we?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of doing this without. Oh, did
just lost
Decker
woods.
didn't do the scrub? Interesting.
I think it was just $5.
Yeah, I don't believe it was anything.
Now, Child Spirit.
Okay, there we go. Just wanted to take care of this scrub.
Mm-hmm. Will say one of the funny things about watching CAMC off is seeing all of the hearts that runners end up with at the end.
Oh, Spirit is long shot locked.
Interesting. Doesn't really do anything to help us right now, but it is good information since we require long shot for something else.
Yeah, it's definitely good info to have. Long shot locked Spirit is basically never actually required. I think there's a single key layout that can force it to actually be required.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only if you don't do Child Spirit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it is important information, especially since we do want Longshot to beat this seed. But other than a ton of keys, nothing really interesting in Spirit Temple. Alright, where is Sponge going now? Big Poe turn in. And then... I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna see after this.
Yeah. I mean, probably check Dodongo's entrance. Or Ganon's.
Oh, we are gonna see Ganon's finally. Sponge can do 4 checks. I believe Sponge is well versed in hookless Spirit Trial, so I think we will probably see that from him as well.
Yeah, probably. If they had Nocturne, I would even say, like, you know, maybe a check Boomerang chest.
Was going there, decided not to.
Save it.
I guess do the rest of...
Hope for a hook first, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do the other checks, be like, maybe one's a hook. It's definitely possible. We're missing quite a few things to do stuff, so...
Gonna be Shadow 1, I'm telling ya.
Could be.
Oh,
Like Hook and Ice Trial. I've seen Hook and Ice Trial a lot. Yeah, look at all these small chests.
Why does Water Trial always have something?
Nope,
Oh.
there's nothing.
Sad. I feel almost confident that Sponge is actually going to ice right after this with that blue fire pickup.
Well, we
Gonna
don't know
see
where
what it
ice
is.
is.
Yeah,
But
gonna
yeah,
see
I
if
think
it's
going
vanilla.
there makes sense. Hope it's not water, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we're gonna see Hookless Spirit Trial from Sponge.
Or climb first.
Oh, climb first. I always forget about climb.
Yeah, the number of times that I'm like, if it's climb, I lose to it.
I'm generally fine when I'm like playing, but like watching, I'm like, oh right, climb to check.
Mm-hmm.
These Dine Alphas suck.
Yes, absolutely. Having big Goron sword and magic to just charge up that spin and go.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
I guess we know you're not getting beat. I was gonna say I don't like to continue here, because of the chance you could get BGS, but like you know you're not getting it because
Yeah.
you've seen it and chose not to.
You said
I
no.
guess you keep. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
actually a nice pickup.
Alright, Sponge is not gonna do Spirit
Not
Trial.
doing, yeah, interesting.
I mean, it makes sense. You're probably thinking a little bit, I should try and stay in logic.
Yeah, I get it. I'm kind of surprised. I kind of figured one of the reasons Sponge picked Open Bridge was because he knew Hookless Spirit and was thinking that maybe Decker wouldn't do it, but...
Well, Cola, again, that's why everyone else is playing in these tournaments and I'm just sitting here talking about it.
Well, I'm glad you're here talking about it. So.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're here talking about it. I'm excited. We drug Bear into the commentary booth. And if you're interested in talking about this game, come volunteer with us. We always need new trackers and commentators.
Yeah, definitely. Especially this time of year. There's a lot of races going on.
Yeah, I think there were like 10 today.
Yeah, between this and Challenge Cup, there was 10 or 11. There were a lot.
Yeah. And a lot of really good matches, too. Very enjoyable to watch. Well, let's go, Shanu. Alright, Decker making the way to Ganon's. We'll see if he decides to do something different.
Yeah. I don't know if Decker knows Hookless Spirit.
I don't know either.
I think Sponge is probably going to Ice Entrance after this.
Sure. And welcome in, Poppy Grunt and Raiders.
And thank you for the raid.
We've got Sponge versus Decker here. Very nice combination of settings. Open bridge. Dungeon entrance randomizer. Free planted beans. And chest appearance matches contents off.
Yeah, so if you're confused why they keep opening these small chests, because they have to.
I think these raiders might have just come from a match where CAMC was off.
Oh no. Well, there's more of it here.
So there's more. Why are these two like that? Agreed, Ryu. I saw it and I was like, this is an act of aggression against me and Bear. CAMC is chest appearance matches content, so size and texture. Maybe that's it. The amount of time that CAMC adds as a setting is the amount of time Big Goron Sword removes. Just by picking it up. They're not even close.
Yeah. Alright, Decker gonna go get his mirror shield. I don't even know. I was just thinking with this model, does mirror shield even look different on Decker's screen? I actually don't know.
Does the model look different?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Alright, there's Mirror Shield, and alright, Decker also piecing out.
Yeah. Looks like Decker probably... Also, I think Decker's done most of Goron City already, so probably just heading towards Ice, I would guess.
Yeah, these runners gonna be very close. Have either of them done Trail Storms? Did Decker pop in?
Sponge definitely hasn't. I think Decker did do it.
Oh, both of them did. Okay.
Oh right, I forgot that Sponge has not entered DC yet.
Nope. But this will be good. This will get Sponge a bow, and depending on how far he goes, the irons at least, plus whatever else might be in this dungeon.
Yeah, there are 3 checks at the end that we didn't see because Decker ran out of bombs.
Mm-hmm. And yes, please do not attack our runner's choices. Picking a model and even the voice that goes with your link is another way that we get to like personalize and interact with the game. So
Yeah, we know we're happy with everyone who wants to race. So
yeah, and lets us restream.
exactly.
Which is a perfect time for our happy 1 hour shoutouts. Give our runners Sponge and Decker a follow. Their links are in chat. Ryu, S6 champ. Wait, Ryu won S6?
Wait, no way. I don't remember seeing an announcement.
I don't remember that. Our trackers today, Palm and Blue Roses. Thank you both for tracking. They're pushing all of the buttons so you know what items the runners have gotten, what dungeons they've completed. Our restreamer today is Snacks. You'll see them around in chat. And joining me on comms today, Bear Kafka. Thank you so much. Very happy to have you in the crew this season.
I'm excited to be here. Happy to be coming with you. Should definitely follow Mel because she's great.
No, you.
Oh, okay. Looks like Decker's gonna go into Shadow. We do have a decent amount of Shadow available to us.
Okay.
Depending on if we need dins or not.
And that was Saria's on Minuet. So it is
Yeah.
logical AD. Alright.
Okay.
That's true, Inko. It's only logical AD once we need something behind Saria's or in that forest entrance.
Alright, so this is one of the checks Decker didn't get to do that Sponge is about to do. Is that another big Pope bottle?
Sure was. So 3 of our 4 bottles in the wild, all just sort of hanging out.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that as well, Inko. Just like going into Shadow and you're like, of course I have magic. And then
Right.
you don't have it and you're like, oh, wait.
Why wouldn't I have magic?
Oh, speaking of magic, well,
Alright.
that might be big.
That could be big.
Because I don't know if Decker's gonna go back for that or just be like, you know what, I'm just not finishing DC.
Yeah, I don't... That's kind of a hard sell. It is a dungeon that you know you can complete. 3 more checks is nothing. This kind of looks like maybe Decker A wants to see what's on to impose, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he goes, well, you don't need to do Deku. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know if Decker goes back for that. It's a tough call because like you were there, you didn't finish out the dungeon. Does that mean you don't want to do it, or does that mean you're planning on coming back? And a hook. Oh no.
Okay. Well, those are a couple big items that could very well lock the seed faster than a lot of other options.
Yeah, that hook is actually massive. That opens up two dungeon entrances, which can be a big deal. Obviously, it lets you do a lot of extra stuff in various dungeons as well. Decker needs to go back for that now. Like, Magic was like, maybe there's a second Magic somewhere and Decker's okay, but Hook's very scary.
Yes, GameSpawn, Mito Skip is allowed. Yeah, Decker's on the horse. I'm not sure if this is thinking about just field until late.
You definitely do field here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if you go to GTG. You can clear Deku, so like it's not terrible.
Yeah. Sponge also gonna go into Shadow from the looks of it. Has the possibility of being able to complete it. It'll just depend on whether or not we need something behind Dins at the end.
Yeah, and I think this is good knowledge to have. A lot of checks here, and like knowing whether or not you need to search for Dins can be a pretty nice thing to know.
Well, we know we need Dins anyway, because Fire's in Shadow entrance.
That's fair. I forgot about that. The
Hyrule
Hyrule
Castle.
Castle is a sometimes hint.
Yep. No, gaining hero. You cannot use the fire arrows.
Yeah, the fire arrows do absolutely nothing to those wooden walls.
It's just like, what do you think this is? A game? Oh, wait.
Sponge does have magic, so can do the charge strat.
Yes, Ganon's castle did have mirror. It was on validation chest or the vanilla boss key chest.
Okay, Deku is going Lake after this. The hook is in DC on King Dodongo. Decker ran out of bombs in DC, and so didn't get to do the back of it. And we're not sure if he's going to go back, because it is a stone.
Yep. Yeah, very unfortunate. 'Cause he was in there quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And just didn't get good bomb drop RNG, because of course that Armos never drops bombs when you need it.
No, didn't even do the Armos, actually, just kind of... And then didn't do the upstairs Armos, and just was like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do him. Which is why I'm, like, concerned that he might not go back. Because,
Right.
like, he chose not to farm for bombs there.
Yeah. And, I mean, in Decker's mind, I've found 2 major items here already. The odds of there being 2 more? I mean, that's unfortunate. But we will see.
Yeah, it's certainly not over yet. There's a lot of game to go, especially in Dungeon ER, where the dungeons are generally pushed later than they would be otherwise.
Yep, exactly. Jabu's entrance was bottom of the well.
Yeah, both runners have already been there and cleared that, though, because it was path to Fulvagia.
Whoa.
Alright, it looks like Decker's gonna go out to the fortress area and do Deku.
Yep. Decker still hasn't picked up that Sun Song from the graveyard, actually. Time of day should be fine by the time he gets there.
Time of day doesn't... Fortress is foolish, so time of day doesn't actually matter.
You're right, you're right.
Your favorite foolish hint?
My favorite of the foolish hints. Closely followed by Goron City, just because it's so annoying to, like, route getting back there. It actually needs so many things. Hey, Russian, seed's alright.
You get to see Valley for the first time, I believe?
Yep.
I'm not doing the other valley checks. Just the hammer. Maybe comes back to it after Deku.
Yeah, I mean, usually you would, like, save in the dungeon and just go back.
Yeah, I think because it's Deku, you probably just beat it and then go back.
Yeah. Well, and Decker just has too much health, is the reason they would skip it.
Yeah.
Getting back up is much more difficult. Using bow strat, I like.
Oh, right. I'm like, why are you using bow? And I'm like, oh, right, you don't.
No hook shot.
Switching to nut strat.
Yep.
Can't figure out how to open the door. It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Sponge has all these really cool choose strats in Shadow Temple.
Yes.
They're very fun to watch.
So Decker has the rainbow tunic on, which is fine on this model. It's way less distracting than on some other ones. But if you watch the Gerudo guard there, whose like outfit matches your tunic color, it was changing.
Oh, there's light
with
arrows.
the tunic.
Yeah, because there's still 0 strengths on both sides.
Goomba.
Oh, speaking of no strengths there, we found one in Deku.
I don't think we keep the sometimes hints listed anymore, but we know Hyrule Castle was one of them. A lot of them are going to be eaten up by entrance hints.
Yeah, the way the when you have entrance ER, any entrance ER in S7 works is basically every hint is a 50-50 to be either a normal sometimes or location sometimes, which tends to mean there's a lot of location sometimes hints out there.
Yep, and so we had the GTG entrance, Jabu entrance, and the Shadow entrance, all hinted. Yeah, Sponge doesn't have a strength. You need a strength to push that block. So, it's likely that he'll go peek the chest in the Din's-locked room.
It's CAMC off.
Oh, you're right! No! That's gonna...
Yeah, just probably gonna do a casual double boat ride.
Yep. And yes, bosses are going to be vanilla, so it'll be Bongo that we're seeing here.
Alright, here's the trick that lets you not care about having magic in Deku.
Yep. This is a little finicky on a small chest.
Yeah, it can be kind of weird, but Decker gets it pretty quickly, so... Does Decker know this hammer trick here? No. Not that surprising. This hammer trick is not. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, forgot that he equipped Nether Shield.
Yeah, one of the funny things about Mirror Shield is that it will just explode.
Yeah, the nuts just break, they don't get reflected back. Don't
Yep.
really know why they do that, but it is a thing.
Just too shiny.
Didn't pick up BGS, so doesn't get the easy 2 cycle on Goma, or easy 1 cycle on Goma. You gotta do the 2 nut strat instead of the 1 nut strat.
Actually devastating.
He probably lost like half a second. So
Full
like,
half a second.
big time loss there.
That's it. It's over. That's...
Yeah, but the normal 1 nut Goma is unnecessarily hard.
I never learned the 2-nut Goma strat because when I started playing this, it was on a PS3 controller. And I just couldn't move, my hand couldn't move fast enough to do the 2nd nut.
Yeah. It takes, the timing is not as easy as a lot of runners make it look. It takes some getting used to. Because it's not like immediate, you don't want to like nut immediately. It's like, it's weird. But you kind of get used to it.
This kind of looks like a DC play. Maybe that's just a little optimism on my part.
I hope it is. It'll be... No, this looks like we're going to Ice Entrance.
Okay. Oh.
Another bow.
A bow on Bongo. Lovely.
But Bongo Shadow was completable without Din's Fire, so...
Okay, I like this play from Decker. With those hovers, he should be able to beat Forest.
Yeah, I forgot he got the strength, so can definitely beat Forest. Yeah, there's a trick, it is not in logic, to get the island courtyard chest. So, we'll certainly be seeing that from Decker here. I was like, maybe, but then I was like, wait, CAMC is off, so that means Decker's just gonna have to do it.
Gonna have to do it.
Oh, I was like, why are you skipping the skull? And I forgot that Decker doesn't have a hook shot.
Yep. That's probably the worst part about coming into Forest.
Yeah, the good news is like, you can come in after you beat Forest, and they're like, still 5 really fast skulls to get.
Yes.
It does lose a little bit of time, but it's not as big because you can get them all very quickly. Yeah, and then there's key layout scenarios where you can actually just get that chest in logic without a hook. If you can get to if you have 5 keys without it, so you can just go through the back entrance in the checkerboard room. But because it's CAMC off, you're probably just gonna get it when you're doing courtyard.
Alright, getting some answers here. Which dungeon is this? Alright.
It's water.
It is water.
Probably do it till boss key and then get out of here.
Yeah. Chat pointing out this does mean that it's logical AD. The only reason that that's like good information, other than like, okay, I'm gonna get all of my stone dungeon items. For me, it feels like required items get thrown into stone dungeons if the game expects you to have to do them for access to a dungeon. so far.
It also means take your water paths with a grain of salt.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we already know where the boomerang is. It's on 40 Skulls. Neither runner is particularly interested in collecting those.
Yeah. I don't think either one is gonna rush 40. I also don't think either runner is gonna like just stop at 20. They'll probably just keep collecting until they're in go mode. At least the quick skulls that are on the way. It'll be interesting though, because it is water in here, it's a lot less likely that the hook is gonna be, the long shot is gonna be hook locked. There's not very many checks here, or actual items here in water.
Yeah.
So.
I was like, what do you mean? This whole thing is hook locked.
Yeah, like these 4 checks are hook locked.
Yep.
But, like,
But it's
most of
only
the
4
forest
items.
is not.
Yep.
So. This check is not going to be long shot because it is logically long shot blocked. And here you're going to see this hovers trick.
Yeah,
Not
Sponge
too bad.
not equipping the hovers, but...
No, I was talking about Decker.
Oh, sorry.
In Forest Temple.
I was like, yeah, Sponge opted not to use hovers there. Chat. It's been a week.
Oh, Vanilla BK. Yeah, and Sponge bailing as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I would say that's worse for Decker.
I don't know. I think it helps Decker because now he has a hook shot and doesn't lose a ton of time, but
Yeah.
I still don't like it's still like will Decker go back to DC?
Exactly. Yeah. The long shot is required to complete water, so both runners need both of those hook shots, and one is on the way for one, and the other has to make the decision to go get it. Yes. DC does have the other hook, as well as the magic that Sponge has.
Yeah, so the magic is probably important, but might not. There's a much higher chance the magic is not important, but like that long shot is very needed, so gotta hope Decker actually goes back there and finishes out DC at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DC had bow, magic, hookshot, and the iron boots.
And yeah, also irons. A lot of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
That does mean this ice is either GTG or ice that Sponge is going to now. So not a required dungeon, but we still have required stuff. We know we do know ice is required for Nocturne, I believe. So.
Shanu, there are 3 checks left for Decker in Dodongo's Cavern.
It is GTG here, which means Ice is in Water Temple. I think we'll probably see Sponge go there after this. I think while you're here, it makes sense to do as much of GTG as you can. And then go to Ice because it lets you beat Fire Temple. Well, eventually. We don't have Dinge yet, but you are going to need to go there anyways.
Yeah. sort of imagine that might be Decker's next play. Maybe he goes back to Shadow first. But this is kind of the first time it feels like he's dipped into something that he knows that he might not be able to beat.
Yeah. I definitely could see, like, now that you have the hook for Decker, you're like, it's like a 50-50, I think, is the odds of being able to beat Shadow without Dins. Generally worth it to try, because there's a pretty decent chance, like, Dins can just be in there, even though Decker doesn't have magic yet, but...
Yeah. Decker also has the strength to pull the block, so either way...
Yeah, that too. That helps a lot too.
Did Decker not save Furor's Wind?
I thought Furor's Wind was Adult Lake, so I think Decker has it, but is missing magic.
Okay. Yeah. So, what could be good for Decker is where the strength is. There are 2 other strengths, so there could very well be another one available. And similarly, what's good for Sponge is where the magic and the other hookshot are.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Sponge knows Deku is in GTG, and like that's the only thing over there, so like, could definitely see Sponge putting that off. I could also see Sponge just going over there. Deku's quick and fast, so
Yeah.
or
And
quick
if you're
fast
already
are the same thing. But yeah, it's very quick and quite a few checks.
And if you're already headed to Lake, to do
especially
ice,
like after ice, when you're already out there, because you need to do that anyways. But we'll see. There's also 2 more strengths somewhere.
Yeah, until we see both of them, like, here in Forest.
Yeah.
No Song of Time, because it's on Burning Cack. So we'll probably see some key scumming here.
Oh yeah, the old CAMC off days of saving, doing the 3 checks on the right side, and then hoping there's nothing there so you can just do the rest of GT, the rest of the maze.
Actually terrible. The dark days.
Spirit is in the fire entrance. Did Sponge not do the right side?
I'm not really sure the
Sponge.
last time Sponge saved.
Is Sponge just not gonna do right side GTG? Okay.
Maybe. Chad is pointing out that Song of Time is late enough that you're not really concerned about those checks, but...
I mean, you could have strength, very easily have a strength over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's the other magic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting choice to do left. I normally do right side first. Sponge doing left side first.
Yeah, finding that magic could be bad for Decker.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like regardless of what... Oh, there is a strength. Oh,
there is a
I
strength
see.
here.
He saw that strength. I missed that there was a strength there.
Oh,
Which is
knew
why
that he
he
couldn't
did left
scum
side
it.
first.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Knew he needed that strength.
I saw something gold, but I didn't register it as a strength. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So this is... Yeah, Decker's showing off the fast Meg strat. The real Meg shows up a frame earlier.
Yeah, the shadow. I
Yeah.
tried to do this before, and I was just like, this isn't worth it.
Yeah. I don't find it too hard to do for like the first 3, and then I just stop paying attention.
The problem is, it's like, you try and do it, and then you mess up once, and then you just lost a bunch of time over the regular strat, and I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
get it that much. Alright, well, I think we're gonna narrowly avoid a double forest here.
Very... basement and lobby.
Phantom Ganon is somewhat interesting to watch, so that's why.
Yep. Audience is mostly in no mode. We're just wondering about where Din's is.
Yeah, there's also a third strength that could still definitely be required.
But yeah, Ganon's is available. A couple more checks in there.
Yeah, Sponge will be able to do Shadow Trial 2 as well. With the long shot he's about to get. See, I don't think Decker does the quick Phantom Ganon kill.
I don't think so. Oh, we'll see.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure Sponge does. I do not believe Decker does. I honestly don't know if Sponge's next play is water. We don't really have a fast way to get back there. And all you're doing in water is beating Morpha. You're not doing any more checks. I feel like going to ice first makes more sense. And just waiting to do water for a bit.
Yeah. Alright. Phantom Ganon and Forest done for Decker.
Okay. What Decker does now is very interesting.
I think because there's a warp there, it's probably gonna be Shadow.
Yeah, it makes sense, but we'll see. This is also, you're pretty close to ice here for Decker, so that might be what he does now.
True. Pop into the forest entrance and see what it is.
That too. Could do the same as Sponge. Just get the boss key and leave. Yeah, so we're gonna go forest entrance first.
That's true, Alex, because Din's cannot be there. We know exactly.
Decker might do it. Looking for a long shot.
True.
Assuming Din's is not long shot locked, which is very just Morpha basically.
Mm-hmm. So what would help Decker here? Obviously Sponge putting off Deku, where we know the other strength that we have seen is.
Yeah, if Sponge does a bunch of stuff that aren't strengths, like does deep fire or goes into fire and after. Oh, no, I guess can't do fire yet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to think. What does Sponge have after ice to
After
do?
ice, can go beat water. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. That's kind of.
And then you probably just go Deku after that, unless
Yeah.
unless the strength is in ice or Din
Yeah.
is in ice. It's like there's not a whole lot of great options.
Yeah.
For Sponge after that.
Farm 40 skulls for Jabu.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that one.
Yeah, strength 3 being required would be good for Decker. Sponge kind of has the advantage here in that Decker's gonna be following what he's done for a while.
Yeah, I can only assume Decker is going to go check the ice entrance after this and then go check the water entrance after that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe if Decker decides to continue in water and there's another, if Dins is in here, like that could be big. But
yeah. True. I mean, I guess without the magic, water is still a little more compelling for Decker than it was for Sponge.
yeah.
Yes, ATM. We know all of our entrances now. We have not seen fire arrows. No.
No, we haven't seen any fire source. Let's see what Decker does after getting this boss key. And Sponge still continuing through forest.
Yeah, after that hookshot, there was really nothing in forest either.
No, not a whole lot. I wish there was more to talk about with Forest Temple, but it's pretty much as simple as it looks.
Right. It's just, you're doing the checks. Sponge is thinking, alright, where do I go next? Where do I go next? Gonna do
I think it's a pretty easy choice.
Ice into Deku. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Decker save quitting. Are we continuing or are we leaving? We're leaving, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. There's not much in water.
Yep.
I assume this is going to ice. Or the ice entrance at least, which has GTG in the seed.
Probably.
The good news for Decker is that Decker should be able to do the Strength 2 lock checks in GTG.
Yep. Dins could be there.
Dins could definitely be there.
Decker... How many keys did we need to get that other magic, though?
I think it was 5.
Which is all the keys Sponge had.
Yeah.
So Decker would need 3 in the Strength 2 locked room.
Yeah. Oh no, getting trolled by the royal crest.
Oh. There was one on right side. Okay.
So it only needs 1 in strength. That's very likely, so
Yep.
could definitely see magic and the strength from Decker here. Which is good if... I mean, I guess kind of good, but like Decker still needs to go finish DC.
Mm-hmm. For the other hook shot. Which, all of that just depends on where the Dins ended up. Because we know both runners need that. Decker's on the, track here to at least get a magic, which is good. How long is Decker not funneled back to DC is the real question.
Yeah. It's tough. Because like I said,
Yep.
I don't know if Decker is just like, I'm going to write off DC and never go back.
Yep.
And that's the hard part.
But equally, if Dins is in Strength 2 room here, this is not an appealing place for Sponge to come back to.
Yeah,
to check that.
That's definitely true. Like, this is probably the last place Sponge comes to check after, especially if he finds, like, Strength 3. Like, there's no reason you go back here before any of the other checks you have.
Right. Like, I imagine Decker finishes clearing this out, goes to Spirit because you can beat it. It also gives you another check on Lax, later cutscene.
Mm-hmm. And then you probably do Shadow after that, assuming he's able to get the magic.
Yeah.
Not that you need it, but having magic makes Shadow much more appealing.
Yep, exactly.
Because you can just get the Dins and be like, okay, we know it's completable without Dins, but...
Yeah. All of this hypothesizing, we don't know where Dins is, but this could be a good place for it because we know Deeper Spirit is fire-locked. We know Fire Temple is fire-locked.
Yeah.
Shadow Completion is not fire-locked, but... there's 2 checks there. But yeah, this is one of those kind of interesting, we noted it earlier, it's all overworld foolishes, no dungeon foolishes. But having already found items in Dodongos, it's not that appealing to go back and finish.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where, like, it really depends on the mindset. Like, can totally see, like, Decker just being like, I don't have explosives. I just don't want to do this, and I'm going to write it off, and this is my last location.
Yep.
Or it's just like, oh, I'll save this for later, and I'll come back. Like, I don't know. I can't really be in Decker's head right now, so you don't really know what's happening.
Yep. Yeah. I would say the best thing in Decker's case, he did push the elevator button.
Yes.
So that usually indicates that...
you're not just writing it off.
Yeah, it's on the list. You could go to DC for skulls. Again, Jabu is not hinted foolish. So there's an item of some kind in there.
Yeah. Dins could definitely be in Jabu.
Dins could just be in Jabu.
That is...
imagine if it's the boomerang chest, though.
I don't think we're gonna see Boomerang chest before Boomerang, though.
Oh, I don't know about that. You know you're picking up Nocturne anyway. But I would have done it in that child segment. I'd have been like, YOLO.
Yeah.
And again, that's why these runners are top 64. And I'm just sitting here talking about it. Well, I'm just doing it.
Oh, this fast game. It was so cool.
Very nice. Dins on Baronade would be nasty.
It would be really bad. That's like last location for both runners.
Yeah. Alright, Forest finally done. Amazing.
It's over. We get to see actual interesting checks.
Yay!
Yeah, so looks like Sponge is gonna head straight out and go down to Lake.
Yep.
As expected.
Makes sense. And if he does Lake checks,
we'll get Furores.
Yeah, we'll get Furores, but also has Sunsong and Longshot, so Shoot the Sun is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Do some field checks while we're at it. Alright.
Interesting. Decker deciding to do right side first.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, counting keys. Yeah, I feel like there almost has to be one in the silver block room, right?
That's what, 6, 7, 8. There. So, I think there's theoretically a possibility where it's 2 more in the maze and 1 on toilet.
Ugh. Okay. No. Well, yeah.
Or no, it's not. No, there has to be one in the maze, right? Because there's only 2 checks left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no, there definitely is an extra key here. So.
Not sure about the Song of Time implications there. I just don't know.
It depends on where Dins is, basically. The Song of Time implications.
Everything boils down to where Dins is. Thanks, game. Dins is not on Frogs 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, Frogs 2 was hinted, and it is nothing. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it wasn't important.
It was a Deku Shield.
Yeah, maybe. I remember seeing Deku Shield on one of the hints.
2 keys. Oh, our nice little preview of these magical chests. And they're both small.
Gold scale.
Okay.
That doesn't matter at all.
Nope.
At this point in time.
Not even the slightest.
All right, so there's 1 key left. 3 locations.
I would say the most important thing is that was not Dins.
Yeah. Well, if Dins is back here, like Sponge probably doesn't come back here anytime soon, so.
Yeah, we are, what, a key short of reaching that center chest?
A key, yeah.
And
with one chance for it.
Oh, I thought Sponge checked all of these.
Sponge checked up to magic, which I think there's 1 chest he wasn't able to get to because he didn't. So there's 2 checks at the end that he didn't have enough keys to get to.
Okay.
If I am remembering correctly.
I thought the last one was magic.
I think this one is magic. Oh, okay, never mind. I get it. I missaw.
Alright, so toilet's a key, so this isn't gonna be our dins anyway. Right?
Yeah, because we need dins for...
We need dins for that. Alright, well there's a magic for Decker, that's good, and we're getting some hint checks. Ranch to Phantom Ganon.
Alright, so Decker going into Shadow. Interesting to do Shadow before Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're thinking Dins is before Spirit, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but... the silvers for Decker were in GTG. His strength 1 was in Deku Tree, and that's the strength sponge is missing.
Oh no. Redoing the true spinner, just resetting the RNG. Get better RNG this time.
Yep.
Dang, worst RNG twice.
That's so funny. So I pull towards this one first.
Yeah, that you're less likely than pushing. It's like 40, 30, 20 or something like that. I forget what the actual odds
No,
are.
the middle one's the lowest.
No, the... Oh,
Yeah,
the middle one?
see?
Okay. But it's still less likely to be on that half.
It's less likely to be on that half. I agree. No. So it's seeded RNG, so it's going to be the same pillar for each of the runners, but it's still random between the 3 which one it is.
But it's also different depending on, like, if you save quit out of the back, like if you do the dead hand first and then save quit, the RNG is different. So
yes, but it's all still seeded.
Yeah.
Any time you reload the area, it would be the same for the runners. Yeah, like Inko was saying. Generally, you wouldn't be reloading it too much.
But it's okay. At least Decker can safely say he lost to Truth Spinner RNG.
Yep, absolutely. I almost said there was a big chest here in ice.
Ice without CAMC is not very fun.
Oh, it's so sad. Why did
like,
you do this, Sponge? Put some blame sponges in chat. Don't actually, but I am blaming Sponge.
Just blame Trez. Probably Trez's fault.
Oh, definitely blame Trez.
At least Sponge had the blue fire from Ganon, so like
Yeah.
gets to do a faster route through ice, but still has to open all these chests.
Didn't use it on King Zora though.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
the main is foolish.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Inko. You're right. You're right. You know, have we seen 10 skulls yet?
I don't remember seeing 10 skulls.
I know we haven't seen
they
chickens.
have 10 skulls. Those are definitely some kind of not super great checks that are still available.
Yeah, what are some good places where Dins can be? And by good, I mean, like, you know.
These gainer strats in ice are so nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Dins being in the very first check in Jabu would make me feel so
that'd be
vindicated.
awful. Dins on Boomerang Chest has got to be like the actual worst spot for it to
Yeah.
be. Because like they're gonna collect 40 before they go to Jabu.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna get to that check and they're gonna be like,
are you kidding me?
I could have just skipped 40.
Left hand is locked behind a fire source. Oh, Sponge is at 21 skulls? Okay. That's a good point. Having Furor's Wind.
Yeah, I don't know if they really care about the fact that Spirit's out of logic, though.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Alright. No Dins and ice.
But Nocturne.
Nocturne is nice, but I think that means Sponge is gonna go over to Deku.
Mm-hmm. Or back to Ganon.
Dins can be there until we know where the last strength is, basically.
Yeah. Decker at 12 skulls.
Yeah, Decker did not do the forest skulls at all, I don't think, because he didn't get his hookshot until he was in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a few fast skulls that Sponge certainly got that Decker skipped.
Yeah. Momo, Sponge definitely has the advantage right now. Decker has a hookshot on King Dodongo in Stone DC to find. But
he's already been to is the key point.
Yeah. But honestly, it's all just gonna depend on where Dins lands and which of these two runners finds that first.
Yeah. I think that was a heart piece. That's what
it was a heart piece. Yep. Eye drops is on Skull Mask. Sponge is going to find the other strength in Deku Tree pretty quick here.
Yeah, and then gonna go to beat Spirit.
Yep.
Which, after Decker beats Shadow, also will likely be going to beat Spirit. Yep. And then after that, and it's when it's a guessing game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All the Song of Time checks are dead at this point because Dins locks Song of Time.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, happy 2 hours, everyone. Give Sponge and Decker a follow. You can see their links in chat. Our trackers today, Palm and Blue Roses for you. Thank you both. Pushing all the buttons so we don't have to.
Make our job much easier.
Yes. Wait, did they pick that up? I don't know. Thank you, trackers, for paying attention when we're not. Our restreamer today is Snacks. And joining me on comms today is Bear Kafka.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here and glad you're here with me too, and glad all chat is here with us.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. Come help us out. There's a link in chat. Actually, that's a Bomb Shoes link. That's probably dead.
That's definitely dead.
Snacks! Help! That's a good point, Serious Business. We did not see Valley Crate or Waterfall.
Yeah, I don't... Decker just did the Hammer Rocks, and I don't think he... Did he? No, I don't think he went back
No,
to go check
never
them.
went back out for them, because he got that strength and said, I'm out. I have to step away for a minute. I will be right back.
Alright, so... Yeah. You see Decker about to finish up Shadow Temple. Sponge gonna go into Deku and get Strength 2 to do Spirit, and they're both gonna do Spirit at roughly the same time. And thank you, Snacks, for the updated link. So Decker does get to set furrows here, but it's not relevant because we know Dins can't be there, and we know Longshot isn't there. Yeah, Jabu's in the well entrance. So there was a hint. I don't think either runner actually ended up opening it, but they both know it's there. Yeah, it was hinted. So I think they just didn't open it because why would you open Jabu that you're not gonna do? Yeah, exactly, Tofile. It's like you're not going into Jabu. Why open it? I mean, now they could go back and do it, but at the time it didn't make much sense that early. Sponge got his Strength 2. It's gonna leave.
Sorry about that.
No
As you
worries.
know, I have a dog who knows when it is most inconvenient to need something from me.
Okay, we love Lacey.
It's her birthday on Saturday.
Ooh, did you get her anything special?
I got her a pineapple chew toy
Oh.
that she will destroy very quickly.
Yeah, but she'll love every minute of it.
But she will enjoy every second of destroying it.
Alright, so Sponge left for Roars and Deku, and is now gonna go beat Spirit. I'm like, I'm trying to think, did Sponge do this fairy fountain? I just assume someone has done it, but I don't remember.
Which one is this, sorry?
The Colossus one?
Oh, no. That is a very easy one to forget.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, and now Decker following Sponge into Spirit Temple.
Yep, makes sense.
So, if Dins is in here, it's very bad for Decker. Dins isn't in here, then we've got a hunt.
What pushes Decker back to DC, do you think? Like Strength 3 being in here?
Honestly, I think if nothing is in here, I could see Decker going back into DC.
Okay. Yeah, we tried getting my dog and both of my brother's dogs love to destroy toys quickly. Like it's a trial who can kill this first. And so we tried getting them squishmallows because supposedly their soft and delicate nature will stop a dog from destroying it. Lies. So many lies. It did take my dog about 45 minutes to finally break open the squishmallow that she got. Which is a record.
Yeah, it's quite a long time. So far, not much in Spirit Temple. Like, Spirit is super late, logically. We don't even have a logical strength 2 at the moment, so... Like,
yeah, and that's why... I'm just like, where is it?
Yeah, I feel like there's either a strength or... It's either strength or Dins that's, like, super early or near, like... One of the early child checks we haven't seen are in Jabu.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, is Strength 3 here better for Decker? Because DC is earlier, and it puts the odds of Dins being there higher. Because it would make Song of Time available. Like, that could be our Strength 2, just currently unlikely.
Yeah. I think as long as Dins isn't... If Dins isn't in Spirit, I think there's a good chance Decker goes back to DC.
Yeah.
I think if it is, then I'd probably it's game over.
Yeah. There's still some Ganon's Castle left. Chickens, 10 and 20 skulls. The ring chest in Jabu. Actually, all of Jabu.
Yeah, all of Jabu
is on the table.
I think there's three checks left in Ganon's Castle. Yeah. Very healthy seed today, though. I know it's MC off, but 13 hearts for Sponge is still quite a bit. Get to go up this wall with long shot.
Oh, it's so good. Nice.
Decker's gonna have to do the hook strats. Yeah, it could very well be fire arrows as early and there's something in Wasteland.
Oh, I hate it. Wee. Right, heart. So, other than the end of DC, though, I don't think either runner End of DC, Decker would need to do, and the basement of Deku for Sponge, right? Those are kind of the only two.
I can only imagine Sponge is just gonna go straight back to Deku after this, though.
Yeah.
Like, because still has the top two chests, too.
Yep. Which we know isn't really...
I don't think there was anything there.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything there. It gets Sponge a couple more skulls if he opts to pick them up.
I think we do still have Skull Kid and Harunia. I don't think we've seen either of those checks either.
I think Skull Kid is hinted. Stone of Agony.
Oh, was that Skull Mask?
Skull Mask is Eye Drop.
Oh, okay.
Or one of the two is one of the other.
Yeah.
Inko summarizing nicely. Then you go, child, and do all the stupid child checks you have left.
Yeah. Neither runner a fan of one chicken, so they gotta do all 7.
Ooh. Do all 7. Do half of the 7 as you go in to do the boomerang chest, and that alone in Jabu.
That
do
would
the
be
other
an
half
interesting
after.
route. I do not believe we've seen 10 or 20.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any skull turn in. Which Sponge could do after this, but having
Decker only
Nocturne...
has 10.
Oh yeah, Decker needs to go do ice.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's
Nocturne.
true. That's probably where Decker goes after this.
Yeah. There we found the difference.
Yeah. Sponge... I'm gonna assume Sponge finishes Deku after this, then probably turns at 10 and 20 before heading Child.
And doing water, maybe.
I don't think you go to water now unless you're like committing to continuing there.
Sure. Hey, thanks, Jimbo.
Oh, yeah, you can do Ganon's too. I feel like Sponge probably clears out the rest of his adult checks, though, before going Child.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
Especially since there really aren't that many left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dins could be on blacks, but it would mean that fire arrows and another strength are available somewhere. Very unlikely. CAMC is chest appearance matches content, so size and texture is going to reflect the item in that chest. No, this looks like finishing up water.
Oh no, going to water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking to my own, it's like, I'm just gonna play Zarya's song.
So there's actually no Ganon's boss key in the 6 med bridge setting, the boss key moves to 6 meds when open bridge is on. Light arrow cutscene is always going to be an item check.
Yeah, you just kind of get the BK shipped to you for free when you have 6 meds.
Which is so nice.
It is.
And it's nice that you can't delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you could LACS.
You could do that with the Prelude song too, right? When it's song shuffle.
Yeah, I think so, but only when it's song shuffle. I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the settings were.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a few checks you can delete. I think there's like 1 or 2 others you can delete like that, but I don't remember off the top of my head what they are. Yeah. The unfortunate thing about this water temple location is when you beat it, you're gonna be in Kokiri Forest. So if you actually wanted to do the rest of Water Temple, well, you gotta hike back.
Yep. Alright, very nice Morpha quick grab and quick kill against the door there.
Yeah. That... I forget, it's like I think I heard it's like an 8-frame window or something like that to be able to grab Morpha and get it on the platform. Yeah, Decker going to ice is expected, needs Nocturne.
Yeah, even just for the mobility, like, no Minuet sucks. No Nocturne also sucks. You need it anyway.
Sponge is not in go mode because it is Dungeon ER, and we need a Din's Fire to get into the Fire Temple.
Did Decker not do Lab Dive earlier?
Decker didn't have a hook.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point, Bear. Sorry, that's one of my favorite quotes from a show. There's this character who's never seen Star Wars before. And she's like, and what, they can all speak to this bear? Referencing Chewbacca. It's like, that's a good point, Bear.
Oh, Sponge copying
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Using this particular strat, very few, like, payouts.
Yeah, it actually just takes quite a while to copy your file, so it's very rarely actually worth it.
Yeah.
So you don't see it very often.
Yep. And you see it usually if there's like a big age decision that you're about to make, like changing your ages. In this case, I think Inko has it. It's more about the location of Deku Tree than anything. Yes, new IT guy. It's how I met your mother. And that's where that quote's from.
Oh no. Sponge bonking is gonna have to
shoot.
Throw the switch. Could also bomb jump up the sledge as adult.
Sponge at 15 hearts. No, he's not gonna get the complete 20 set, but Oh, okay. Decker's setting FW here in ice after... Wait.
Did he rush to Nocturne or did he not get it?
I don't think got it. Guess he's gonna do Ganon's first.
Oh, okay, that actually makes sense. Do the rest of Ganon's first. Pick up this blue fire.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get Din's here too, then you're just... Well, I guess Decker needs two things, but...
Yeah. You can FW back, finish ice.
Yeah. Then you can get a much faster ice if you have a blue fire bottle already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially, like you said, if you find Din's, you're just going. You're gonna get the song. And he's got 2 bottles, so...
Well, Decker doesn't have long shots, so won't,
oh, that's right.
won't be doing that. But in theory, it's possible.
My heart. Do not take away my ability to get as many hearts as I want, thank you. I'm not good at this game.
Well, you can. They're heart chests now, so you can
It's
just
true.
do that. I probably get. I get a ton of hearts. I'm like, I like heart chests. They're my favorite.
They look like ice cream to me.
Just open them all.
Just open everything.
There's fire arrows.
So Decker can go do Shadow Trial 2. And
Yeah.
knowing that that's there is big because that opens up a world of possibility.
That puts a lot more things in logic.
Mm-hmm. No.
No, it is not. You need a fire source to open the bottom of
Yep.
Deku as adults.
Yep. And that's what those fire arrows do for us. It gives us Haunted Wasteland as an option. Exactly. Yep. And as Inko is saying, that also gives us AD completion for Minuet to actually go do water.
Like, a hook doesn't quite reach that chest.
No, unfortunately.
Nice snipe. Only 3 tries.
Yeah. Oh, a slingshot. Okay, now water's actually in logic. Target in the woods, not,
Oh, that is something we have not seen.
yeah.
Inside Ganon's castle is path to Morphin.
Because of the fire arrows we just found. 2 slingshots in Valley. What? Well, Sponge likely to go get those fire arrows. That means fire arrows lock Dins. So, water or Haunted Wasteland.
Oh, is this... This might just be a DC play. Oh no,
Is this faster than Bolero?
if you're doing the skull checks along the way.
Sure. Okay. I think Decker is going, I haven't picked up whatever song's in Composer Grave yet.
I forgot Decker didn't do that.
So this is a good option. Oof. I don't know if Decker has time. Having that information, knowing that it's fire arrows, and knowing the limited number of checks that would be behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the first thing Sponge does is plays Requiem and reverses to Haunted Wasteland, right?
Yeah, most likely. You don't.
And then you
no
just go
quick way
back.
to water.
You just go back to your other file.
Oh, right.
Sponge, if it's not Haunted Wasteland, Sponge can go back to that other file, which is in water already. Doesn't need any of this. Yeah, we did see Shadow Trial too from Decker.
Sponge.
Alright. There's Requiem from Decker. Yeah, that's me inching up to that corner. Slowly. Slowly.
Alright, so... I think there's a pretty good shot Haunted Wasteland actually is what has Dins.
Mm-hmm.
Nocturne. I wonder if Sponge is not pieced together the logic.
That could be.
It's not not a very easy one to figure out, but Sponge has already done the Royal Tomb.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And water. Nut. And this is going to show off the exact scenario in which a copied file is amazing.
What is Decker doing?
Decker is using FW to get Nocturne in ice.
Oh, right. I forgot he moved it.
Yep. Yeah, the Morpha path actually mattered. Yeah, Inko.
Yeah, it can be hard. I definitely have times where I'm just like, I think I know this, but I'm still going to do these checks on the way because I'm not positive.
Right. Like, it's super easy for us to sit here. All we have been doing is thinking about the seed, seeing what both runners have been doing. We know where items can't be.
Yeah, so it's definitely a much tougher call to be like, oh, I'm 100% sure on this logic and I'm gonna go do this.
Yep. And yeah, like Inko is saying, he should switch files and clear water after this.
Going child.
Okay. Salty Sponge needs Din's fire. Decker also missing Din's Fire, but needs the other hook shot as well. We just know where that is. That's in Dodongo's Cavern. And we expect Din's Fire to be in Water Temple. Yes, Tawfile. Sora Tunic was...
Link the Goron.
Link the Goron. Yes.
Alright, looks like first up we're gonna see Target in the Woods. I don't know why I forgot the name of that check. And probably Darunia.
Mm-hmm. Imagine Sponge goes to file 2 and just does water just to see. Alright, well this is good. Decker has a little extra to piece together, needs to go to DC, obviously. But while he's doing this kind of just, you know, semi-boring full clear of Ice Cavern, he's thinking about that logic too. Oh, he doesn't have the hint! Never mind. Decker's not thinking about anything. Except finding those items. That's true. Sarius checks, which would only be Darunia.
Because Skull Kid is hinted dead.
Yep. Head empty, no
Which
thoughts.
I've definitely had known and didn't mess up a few minutes ago, so.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh.
Nope, Darunia is nothing.
No.
We are looking for Din's Fire. It is required to get into the Fire Temple, which is behind the Shadow entrance.
And yep, it's water.
Unfortunately for Sponge, I don't believe he has pieced together the logic and is going to be doing some child cleanup. But fortunately for Sponge, Decker is still a ways behind.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, Decker's either going to go DC and find the hook, or go water and find Din's. Right?
Yeah, but if
yeah.
Decker finds Din's, are you going to
File
go
two?
back to DC or keep going in
Okay.
Fire?
There we go. That's gonna... Oh,
Okay.
Sponge leaving
Water Temple.
Well, that's good for Decker. What's left?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, did we see adults shooting ever? Yeah, Sponge did that. Sponge can't be thinking skulls, or he would have played some song to collect skulls on the way. Storms grottos? Kokiri Forest Storms? Nope.
Storms was so early, I can only imagine it could go.
Forest skulls?
Yeah, I am really not sure what Sponge is doing right now.
Link... Link is Hatsune Miku because that's what Decker likes playing as.
Yeah, you are allowed to change your Link's character model as long as the model meets some requirements that make it so it doesn't do really weird stuff. I'm not 100% sure what exactly they are, but you basically don't want you want your Link to function identically to the normal Link model, is the idea.
It needs to use the same skeleton. I mean, if Sponge wanted to go back into water, he'd just save quit, right? Like, just get out of reset, not save quit.
Oh, is Sponge going back to GTG?
Oh, yes. Yep. Yep. Good shout. Alright, Decker. Where are we going?
Is this DC? God, I hope this is DC.
Is it DC?
Could you maybe go to DC? Alright.
Okay,
Quick
tense calls.
stop by the Skull House. That's okay.
Yep. This is so, like,
No,
fun
don't
being
warp.
able...
Don't play the warp song.
No! No! Okay. Oh! Oh. Decker's second guessing every move that he is making right now because he wants to beat Sponge so badly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this is not the DC play.
If Decker had gone DC there...
Like, this suddenly becomes anyone's game.
This actually is a much better, like, outlook for him. We were even thinking, oh, lens minigame. Okay, okay. It's not here, but... there's nowhere, Foster. Water's the only thing that matches the requirement of being behind fire arrows and not requiring Din's fire.
Oh,
if
you
Decker...
got the dog companion in Treasure Chest game.
Yay! Let us
And
bring...
bye.
Let us bring dogs across Hyrule.
When's Dog Shuffle?
Dog Shuffle, please.
I know Rob's in chat. When's Dog Shuffle?
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't pay any attention to what the combination was.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I'm sure someone won. Surely.
Chat won.
Chat
Good
always
job,
wins.
chat. That's strength 3.
No. Oh, no. Decker's save quitting back to Kokiri Forest, though. I suppose you can't play your ocarina in there.
No, you can't.
Alright.
Well, we get to see what's in Light Trial now.
Yay! What is Sponge looking for to finish fire? Dins to get in the door. Sponge
Yes.
back in file 2, back in water.
Oh, we're
Alright.
in Water Temple.
We're in water, folks.
I do not believe Dins can be in Light Trial because strength 3 is Dins locked. Logically.
Yep. Right. No, I mean, the thing is, I actually wasn't paying attention. We found one of the items in water. Right? I think Morpho was a key too.
I honestly was not super paying attention to water because it's rarely relevant.
Yep. So I think we found 3 small keys, a boss key, and an item.
That sounds about right.
We don't have Song of Time, so you're just gonna do this the intended way. No, real Rob, trials aren't on. Just open bridge.
And yeah, the shadow entrance, fire arrow entrance, otherwise known as FAE, is using the fire arrows to enter the shadow temple entrance is banned in this rule set, so you're not gonna be seeing that from either runner.
And yeah, Kalo. Boomerang was hinted.
Yeah, it's on 40. Neither runner wanted to do that, which isn't super surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, even though we know Light Trial doesn't have anything, it's still exciting to open 8 checks really quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we get to see all of them too.
Right? There's probably a slingshot in here. Our last bow. Oh nope, Sponge found all the bows.
I think we're missing a bomb bag.
Bomb bag.
I'd like to see a bomb bag in here.
A key.
Nice blue piece.
Third hook shot.
Third hook shot. That would be very convenient for Decker.
They banned interiors and
Required only.
required only.
No, nice double defense. Now Decker is in the lead for hearts.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, ZL lock check. Give me the bomb bag.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, choose is close enough. I'll take it.
Choose almost a bomb bag.
Oh,
So-
Bolero, is this
Is this
DC?
DC? It's too late either way, but it's still good. I assume Decker would clear out the rest of water too, so. Oh, Sponge thinking about Jabu.
Still thinking about Jabu.
Wonder if that's where the last slingshot is.
Look, I just really want Decker to go DC. No, Decker, that's not DC.
Oh, this is back to water though.
Well,
So
okay.
Decker's gonna find the Dins. Jabu-
based on what we know, Jabu is impossible for fire if fire arrows are path to water.
Yep. Was there anything else? I don't remember anything else being in Ganon's, but
There was a mirror shield. The mirror shield didn't lock anything.
yeah, no.
There it is.
Hey, there it is. Oh yeah, and Ganon's was also Path to Twinrova, so the mirror shield was spoken for.
Oh, I missed that. That makes sense.
All right, well, that is go mode for Sponge. Decker, unfortunately, not going to find that long shot, probably.
No, I
Before
assume
Sponge
Decker's going to
finishes.
be somewhere in Fire Temple around the time when Sponge finishes.
Yep.
It's a rather unfortunate placement for that long shot for Decker, just because he just ran out of bombs and just didn't do the back of DC.
Yeah.
An understandable decision to make there, but, you know.
Yeah, and, like, it's so crazy how we see that decision be made. It seems so inane when you're doing it. And then as soon as we see Sponge go in, full clear the dungeon, suddenly it's like, I mean, you don't want to say the race is over because you can go back to that dungeon at any point in time. But making the decision to go back is always harder than just finishing it.
DC, especially being in its vanilla location, is just, it's out of the way. Like, it's hard to justify going all the way back to DC.
Yep. And it's like, it even goes back, alright, that pack of chews in the silo in Lon Lon Ranch. Would that have been enough?
Yeah, maybe.
But you know what, this has been a really good race. Decker's gonna, like you said, be in fire. We'll probably full clear it.
Yeah. Despite the, you know, the mishap of missing the long shot, like, it was still a good race and was still, like, pretty close at the end.
Yep.
Now we gotta see where this boss key is in fire. No, it's the boss key chest.
Oh my gosh, it's the boss key. Imagine if it was actually the boss key.
Aww. Well, you know how it goes. It's, we know there's absolutely nothing in this fire temple. It means we're probably going all the way to Megaton Hammer Chest.
Why?
Because the game is mean.
And we
That's
have to
why.
actually check all of them. We can't peek them.
Yep. Oh.
Oh.
Early boss key.
Alright.
We're saved.
Well, we're saved on Sponge's side.
Yeah.
Decker's gonna be picking up that Dins here in a second, so we'll see him go through the rest of fire, I am sure.
Yeah, I... most likely? But... I think that's, like, far and away the best play Decker has in terms of density right now, so...
Yeah. Alright, setting FW.
Alright, let's see this Volvagia kill from Sponge with what, 14 hearts? Did he even equip Goron to it?
I doubt it. Though Sponge does, yeah, Sponge likes to equip the Goron tunic when getting it, usually.
You got 2 strats. I'm actually really bad at 2 strats.
Oh, I find them so much easier than the 1-3-3 bombs.
I have a hard time counting because I'm like trying to like press the nut button and also count at the same time, and it just really confuses me.
Yeah.
So I generally only do the 1-3-3 strat on Volvagia.
Yeah. I just find it's very easy for me to get into the rhythm of chew, drop, nut, chew, drop, nut. So as long as you're standing in the right place, then everything's fine. If you're not in the right place...
You miss that first chew, and then you're just like, uh-oh, what am I doing?
It's over. It's over. Why do I play this game? I'm terrible.
But a nice fast Volvagia kill from Sponge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will be a pretty quick finish. Probably a good time to mention that we are on a 20-minute delay from where the runners are. I have not looked at the race time room, but I am assuming Sponge finished, about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, Sponge should be done by now. But I've also not looked. I'm not sure what the results are yet. But
yeah,
Sponge. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it should be about 6-ish minutes from here for Sponge to finish.
Yeah.
This might even be sub 3, barely.
Yeah. Most of climb is done, so it's just the iron knuckles.
Yeah, so I think it just should be a sub 3 from Sponge. And then, really, Decker not that far behind. Outside of the unfortunate incident in DC, would only be a couple of minutes behind.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's hard to know what decisions Decker would have made if he'd found the long shot along the way.
Yeah.
I would say the only, kind of clear logical stumble was going and doing strength 3 checks.
Yeah.
Knowing that both Longshot and Dins blocked all of that with those Song of Time strength.
Yeah.
These Song of Time. Yeah, both the Valley Crate and the Valley Waterfall had the slingshots that we saw.
Alright, pretty quick fight of the Iron Knuckles. You're gonna see this Ganondorf fight. No BGS for either runner, because they didn't want to light that torch.
Yeah. Yeah, when they had the opportunity to pick up Big Goron's sword, it would have saved them time.
Oh, definitely.
Over the course of the seed. What? The lights are in the Shadow Temple?
No way.
Whoa. No background sound. Starfall, please.
Decker doing the 1-3-3 strat with bombs. I'm a big fan of this strat because I find this strat super consistent.
For anyone who's a little newer, there are 2 hitboxes on Volvagia, so you're just seeing a manipulation of that. The explosions just barely hit it. Saves you a little time. Looks cool.
Saves you a lot of time, actually. With Master Sword, Volvagia without bombs is like a 4 cycle. So, it's very slow.
Nasty. No.
No. Fire arrow into the Fire Temple is very banned in this rule set, so...
Yep. Decker does have Dins, but sometimes, when a race is kind of over, you forget to push some buttons. Thank you, Tracker.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to blame the Tracker for that. It's easy to miss something. Alright, and the final Ganon fight from Sponge.
No worries at all, Blue Roses.
Looks like Decker gonna go do the Dinzok checks in Shadow. I don't think he's gonna get there before Sponge finishes, but maybe.
I don't think so. I actually don't even remember if he pulled the block.
He did pull the block.
He did pull the block? Okay, maybe.
But we'll probably be on the boat
Yeah.
when Sponge finishes.
Yep. Oh, maybe not even.
Maybe not even.
In the room. Yeah. Just void into shadow here. Whee! Oh, it would have been so good.
Alright. Just one final stab on Ganon, and Sponge will have officially won this race. Well,
Yep.
technically it happened 20 minutes ago, but...
Shh.
And GG's to Sponge.
Yeah. GG's. 2:59:02. Sub 3.
Pretty decent time. Sub 3.
Yeah.
Every seed can sub 3. Except not really true, but you know. some of these settings can get very wild, but
Yep. Hey, welcome in, Decker. GG's.
Hi.
GG's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
assume you know where that long shot is.
Yeah. Yeah, I found out about the other magic as well. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat, but it is what it is. You know,
unfortunate
make decisions
placement.
like at the end of the day, you know, even if I had bombs, I think I was still skipping it at that point. I'd have done the bridge at least, but I don't think I would have done the rest. And
okay.
I think I also still would have been a little bit behind. So I mean, it's kind of hard to say because having an earlier hook, if I had got the hook, is you know.
Yeah, it's
having,
hard to know the decisions you would make if you had it.
Yeah, it completely flips how you make other decisions. Particularly that early, but yeah.
Yeah. Welcome in, Sponge. GG's.
GG's.
GG's, everybody.
GG's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No need to apologize.
No, I'm taking that as an apology to me for picking CAMC off.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? I'll accept that too. That was. Yeah, I wasn't quite prepared for that. As soon as it was locked in, I was like, is this because it's we're starting a race at 10 o'clock? You're just let's make this as long as possible. Maybe he'll just quit out. Maybe.
No, I have a confession. The moment I knew we were in a group together, I knew I was going to pick CAMC off against you.
Oh, no.
The moment we got put in a group together.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Yes.
I'm curious is there a specific reason or is it just memes? You just wanted to pick it and play it and you're like,
I don't think it's that bad and everybody else thinks it's the spawn of the devil. So
that's fair. You thought you're like, I'll pick it against him and he'll be like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I am kind of like that, to be fair. I don't think it's that bad. I just yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's there.
No, I get it. You know, you got to make your opponent uncomfortable, you know, a little bit.
It's true.
Not too much.
I also I don't want to. It's not like a confession, but I do want to say I didn't specifically pick Dungeon ER because of you. I do like Dungeon ER, so that was just
I knew.
Yeah,
You've got
I figured you
so
did,
much
but...
multi-world practice with that I was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. And then I didn't know what to pick because I'm like, this is all kind of bad to combine because I don't like having a bunch of settings that you have to track a ton of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do I do? How do I keep this still interesting but not crazy? And
yeah.
I almost shuffled the card.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want card on 50.
The last time I played a card seed, I forgot it was shuffle card. I was like, I'll go GTG, and I went there and it was like a piece of heart, and I was like, oh. And then it was practice, so I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna put this seed down and do something else. Yeah. But we've learned from that point. I would say.
So, Decker, you kind of answered part of this already. You said you
Mm.
probably wouldn't have finished DC when you were there the first time. Was it in the back of your mind at any like specific point in the seed, or just as checks were winding down?
Well, okay, so initially, like somewhere in the middle, I'd have maybe thought about it. It's kind of like a fleeting thought though, because like if it's like Stone DC, it's not always. It depends on the seed a lot of the time. But if it's Stone DC and I feel like I have other things I can do, like it doesn't feel like you're going to just automatically just clear DC in the seed, I guess. I might not always do it all. If I go in, I'll do like some of it and then just be like, okay, I'll cut my loss here. And like, that's not necessarily like the best play or anything like that, but I do it now and then, I would say. So in those kind of situations, it's usually just like, yeah, this isn't like the last thing I'll come back to. Because if something is there, then I'm probably fucked. Pardon my French. But like the thing with the Ganon's hint, it was probably kind of obvious. That threw me for a bit of a loop. The Ganon's Path to Morpha.
Oh, you did see that hint. Okay.
Yeah, so when I was going to Ice Cavern to get Nocturne, I like. Oh wow, no! When I was going to the Water Temple entrance, because I'd actually misread a hint and thought that the Water Temple entrance was fire because
Oh
I didn't
no.
read properly.
Okay.
I was heading there, and I was like, okay, I'll go in there. On the way, I'll check the back two hints because I'm still missing. Literally, the only hint I'm missing is my fifth path.
Mm-hmm.
And long shot's one of the things I'm looking for. At the time, I thought it was the only thing I might be looking for. That changed a little bit when I went in and was like, oh, I need Dins as well, and Nocturne has to be in here. But like, I checked the back two hints because I was like, it's pretty high odds it's there. I've seen a lot of hint stones and not seen it yet. But when I went into Ganon's and I got the fire arrows, I was like, okay, so Composer Grave or Wasteland. And then I did them and I was like, well, those are dead. So what else did I get in Ganon's? Because all I actually wrote down was Mirror Shield because I did that thing where you get like a tunic and you go, that's irrelevant. But then I was like panicking a bit. I was like, maybe it was Lens. I don't remember exactly where I got that. So I went Child to do chess mini game. While I was doing that, I was like walking around like a bit of an idiot and like stopping because I was like trying to whip up my stream on my phone to go back to early in the VOD to try and see what I got in Ganon's just to verify. And I get strength 3,
Sure.
and then I'm like, oh dear. Because I'm like, that shouldn't be anything.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I still don't know what I'm doing right now, so I'll just clear it in case I'm just extremely stupid. Because otherwise I'm just kind of like floundering anyway. So that's why I cleared the strength 3 stuff. By the end of that, I was like, I guess I'll go to water because I think it might have been Zora Tunic. And then I got the Dins. I was like, okay, that's not a long shot. That doesn't make sense to me, but we'll go with it. And then I was just assuming that long shot must be Dins locked. And then after I found out where the long shot was, I was like, okay, what have I missed in the logic? And it's just because I'm silly and forgot that you need a fire source for Deku. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Sponge, I was going to ask you about kind of that same logic train, the fire arrows. I wasn't sure quite when you pieced it together or if you just didn't have other things to do other than Jabu when you went back to water.
I never pieced it together until I was done. I was just thinking that it was a tunic, and I'm like, oh, like, because there's a small key in Central Pillar, and the boss key was locked behind a bunch of keys. I just wrote it off as tunic logic, and then the thought didn't even cross my mind until I was talking to Decker about it in the racer map there. I'm like, wait, shooting this with a bow isn't in logic?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. Like, it was logical AD for access to water. And so those fire arrows gave you
It's kind of
that.
mm,
And
it's
it
kind of an
tells you,
interesting one because it tells you what Dins is, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just that's actually a pretty good one to pick up on in the seed,
Yeah.
to be honest. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it's hard to think about that kind of thing in the middle of while you're running. So, like, definitely don't blame you for being like, yeah, there's probably just something else in there. I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Um,
like sometimes you don't get like a hint until it's like 2 hours later, and then you get it, and you're like, okay, well, I wrote down, like, I remember the important things, but like clearly there's something else that's not, I didn't think was important that is. And then you're just sort of like trying to do that, but you're also trying to play and trying not to do stupid things while you're playing.
Yeah.
And then you
it's
still do the stupid things, and you're like, ah. But yeah.
Couldn't it have just been tunic logic? Like, I'm trying to think because, like, from my perspective, I hadn't done Central Pillar yet, and the key was boss key locked. Like,
yeah, but your Zora tunic was in Goron City.
oh, well, that would help.
So we do remember where that was. It was Goron City. The
That
other
wasn't even in there.
GC.
Great.
looks a
Right.
lot like Ganon's.
It
Mm.
does.
What can I say?
The GC part of it definitely
And
is
the
confusing.
acronym is confusing. So,
Well, when you have to remember 12 different entrances and
Mhm.
take notes on path hints at the same time, you tend to forget a few things.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, and that's
definitely.
what we were saying. We're like, it's so much easier for us. Like, we don't have to play. We just see what both of you are seeing. And so all we get to do is sit here and talk about, oh, of course Dins has to be locked behind these fire arrows, which is only like 5 checks left. But
Yeah, I wish I had like people to bounce off while I was racing. Just like, oh yeah, I just got a hint that's like in Ganon's Castle the Morpha. I don't know what's there. Oh,
I
there's
don't know
fire
what this
arrows.
means.
All right,
Please, nope.
all right, gang, you cook. I'm gonna play. Just let me know where I need to go. I'll just like figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like an interesting like adjustment on like Pictionary, for example. We get to just throw ideas at the runner.
You have a logic coach.
Yeah, logic coach mid race. Phone a friend. Implement a phone a friend
It's like
moment.
like phone a friend. You get to ask one question to your logic coach, and they answer it to the best of their ability.
Be careful they don't turn into like a Gilbert and Sullivan song where it just like rattles off everything that you need where it is, just in like one quick
Oh no.
sentence.
How worried were both of you about Jabu as the race went on?
0.
0.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, like so the 40 score rang, I was like, okay, that could be a problem. And then there was like OT Minuet, and I was like, right, I've not rushed skulls enough to care about this. Chances are at this point, like pushing skulls instead of doing actual things just to get like 3 checks is not going to pay out. And if it is there at this point, I've got to resign myself to assuming that Sponge probably just gets to it before I do by full clearing, or because like especially when I was being less efficient with certain stuff, like I would have had to go back for DC and things like that. And then also like the other possibility there is maybe Sponge just skipped all his skulls, which I didn't think that was necessarily the case. But that's the like out there is like, well, when we get to the end, if I just have to rush like 20 skulls and Sponge just has to rush 40, like maybe that's the difference. But yeah, I was just like, I'll think about it later if it has to come to it. There's no point worrying about it because it's just not a good play.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to pick something and say, yeah, I don't mind losing.
Yeah, kind of. That's me in Silo. That's me in the end of DC kind of in the seed. I was like, you know what, like that's gone. That's gone. We'll think about it like in another seed.
I mean, that's part of the fun of playing rando, right? Is like, I don't know. Some people are just like uber. I don't want to lose to anything. It's like, well, yeah, then you'll probably be more like your floor will be higher, but there'll probably be some seeds where you're like, man, if I just trusted my gut, I could have either won or done better. Like, my gut was telling me that I wouldn't really need that boomerang, so I didn't get it.
All right,
I
then.
was my hands were telling me I don't want to collect 40 skulls. I was like,
That's fair. That's fair. That's it for my questions. Any other like comments, Bear? Any questions you have?
No, I don't really have anything. Chat is asking about you both decided to skip BGS despite it being super early.
right. I did
100%
think
should have
about
picked it
that.
up.
Yeah, I did think about that as I was doing it. So like, I was going into the room and I was like, well, I can at least peek something here. Finally, great. And I like hopped past. And I was like, it's fine. If I need it, I'll do the thing Drew does where you like side hop and you have the stick out, so you light it and side hop back and don't get caught by the Gibdo. I saw it went as BGS skip, and then as I was hopping back to the door, I'm like, that's not like long to do to get something that's just gonna like make every fight trivial. Like I was like, that's probably a mistake, actually.
Dude, I started running to the flame, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this, and then like halfway to the flame, I'm like, what am I doing? It's the Goron sword, and so I have this. I'm running around the outside of the room to get to the door, and it just looks so stupid.
Stick.
And then I immediately open the door and regret it. I'm like, fuck, I should have picked that up.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like if you don't immediately like if you make the split decision to just skip it, you're just like it doesn't matter if you just realized, oh, I should have got it. Like it still saves time, but like the longer you take deciding on it or like turning around and going back to it, it's like, well, you're saving less and less time. So and it's bigger on Sword. Everyone memes it's like 30 minutes or whatever, but it's like you don't know like how much you actually saving. It's like, well, it depends how good you play with your Master Sword. That's not a euphemism. That's just a yeah.
I know. I'm like, nope.
PG-13, everybody.
Smile.
This is an R-rated channel, 18 plus.
Bullshit, it's PG-13.
Hi, Stacks.
What's up? Sorry, I had to. People were talking about how they wanted Trez to come in and swear earlier.
Yeah.
5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
It was a little before midnight at the time.
Oh, okay.
You can't say you've truly lived until you've heard Trez walk up and just say fuck.
Oh no, he said it in our. You guys can't see this, but in our race streamer chat's just like, God fucking damn it! Why do they always do this at like the worst time?
Oh dear.
I think I'm good though. For I played enough Zooter for one lifetime, I think.
Oh yeah? You think so? You've got another 2 matches yet, bud.
I know, I'm like, are you bowing out of your crew?
I beat Decker and now I don't need to play anymore.
I'm done.
Hey, if you're
proved my point.
if you're stepping aside to make it easier to get out of groups, I'll take it. I have no shame.
Hey, we got this.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to take us out, Snacks?
Oh yeah, let's do it. So yeah, huge shout outs to everybody who made this restream possible. We got our 2 commentators, Mel and Bear. Also shout outs to Bear for the first time commentary. He did amazing.
She.
She. My bad.
Love you, Bear.
Love you, Bear.
Thank you.
But also huge. I know you guys don't really see it in the background, but being stupid and not pulling the link up. But also shout out to Palm and Blue Roses as well for tracking, doing all the behind the scenes that really telling you where everybody is in the seed. But also huge shout outs to our 2 runners, Sponge and Decker. On the
Big
ZSR...
shout outs to Decker. He's a funny guy.
I'm okay. I'm okay. But I'm. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if you want more OOT action, you can pretty much turn on any ZSR for the next 3 or 4 days, and there will probably be OOT on. So we have like 30 matches this weekend we have to cover. So, but yeah, I guess do you guys have any final final thoughts?
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. I always enjoy racing Sponge, whether it's like an actual race or like practice or whatever. Like, we've both been around a while, so it's nice to like kind of run it back here and there.
I feel like all of our races turn into some dumb shit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. But that's part of the fun,
Yeah.
What would be Uter without a little bit of dumb stuff, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. But on that note, we're gonna head out of here. We're gonna send you guys over to ZSR2, who currently have another S5. I almost just said S5.
Oh,
Wow.
S5? We're going back?
S5,
Let's
we're
go.
going back a couple years.
Sure. Screw it.
I don't want to go back to S4.
Yo, can we go back to S4? I forfeit half my quals. Like, I want a proper crack at it this time.
I don't want to go back to S4 either. Okay,
so S3?
S3?
Hell, at this
S3
point, let's
was
just go
pretty-
back to S1. Let's just.
S3 was pretty
Ooh.
hype.
Yeah, S3 was pretty good, actually. That's true.
I was a wee lad. My first tournament.
That was mine too. But I was less good.
It was half the Discord's first tournament, I think. But we're getting off track.
Yeah.
So,
All right. But on that note, we are going to head out. But we will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
see ya.
Bye.